What's happening, SFL? Welcome to the latest episode of the Twinscrew Post. Today we're going to talk about the semifinal wrap-up, the championship game, the rookie draft update, the rookie draft order, and we'll finish up with the Twinscrew 2-minute drill. So find your seats. Hope you enjoy the show. The first segment is the minor league semifinal wrap-up. Here are some quick stats from the two playoff games. Here we go. Starting off with the 6 p.m. game, Boise Mud Dogs at the Madison Lynx. Lynx won 14-7. Mud Dogs had 201 total yards, 169 passing yards, 32 rushing yards, and a time of possession at 18:58. The Lynx had 246 total yards, 204 passing yards, 42 rushing yards, and a time of possession of 25:01. For the Mud Dogs, Spencer Gordon was 19 for 28, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 2 sacks. Fox Highland had 22 carries for 32 yards and 2 receptions for 7 yards. Derek Majors for the Lynx was 26 for 34, 204 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ezekiel Love had 24 carries for 47 yards, 7 receptions for 9 yards and 1 touchdown. Next is the 8 p.m. game, Annapolis Navigators at Ottawa Cavalry. Cavalry won 26-23. Annapolis had 381 total yards, 273 passing yards, 108 rushing yards, and a time of possession of 23 minutes. The Cavalry had 378 total yards, 166 passing yards, 212 rushing yards, and a time of possession of 19:30. Cam Curtis for Annapolis was 32 for 52, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 sacks. Scott Johnson had 14 carries for 107 yards, 12 receptions for 55 yards, and 1 touchdown. Javier Vasquez for the Cavalry was 22 for 30, 166 yards, 1 touchdown. Kevin Say had 29 carries for 208 yards, 1 touchdown. Also had 4 receptions for 27 yards. So the first week of the playoffs is in the books. Here's a look at the SFLM Championship game that will air on 11 Sports and For the Fans Twitch on Friday, June 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But before we get there, I was stationed in Chicago, so I knew where Soldier Field was. But I had to ask around for directions to the Thunderdome, and I was given a couple of different directions. I think somebody might have been rookie hazing. So I had to reach in the back seat and grab the trusty Rand McNally. You youngsters can look that one up. And now I'm on my way heading down Lakeshore Drive. The inaugural season of the SFLM Championship game. The Ottawa Cavalry at the Madison Lynx. They'll be playing at the Thunderdome in Chicago. Thanks, Chicago, for letting us use the stadium for the first ever SFLM Championship game. There we have it, the road to the crown, to the first ever SFLM Championship. And as we come to the end of the inaugural SFLM season, and the first champion is crowned, there's a very short turnaround straight into the draft. This segment will talk about the upcoming rookie draft and the current rules for the draft. I showed you this information last episode, and I'll go through it pretty quick. If you need to read, just stop the video. As we go into Season 15 Rookie Draft, Round 1 starts Sunday, June 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern on 11 Sports and For the Fans Twitch channel. Round 2 is Monday, June 22nd on YouTube. That time is currently TBD. Rounds 1 and 2 will be at each player's primary position that has been played in the minor leagues. Rounds 3 and 4 are on Tuesday, June 23rd on YouTube. That time is also TBD. These rounds are for each player's primary or secondary positions that have been submitted to the league. For the rookies that opted into the supplementary draft, Round 5 is on Friday, June 26th on YouTube, and then Round 6 and 7 are on Saturday, also on YouTube. Round 5 through 7, a player can be drafted at any position. Here are the continued draft rules. Players that were not on SFL teams can be drafted in the supplementary draft. Also listed are rules if draft picks are not used. Here are some draft rules that were updated on June 5th. Signings are locked in on June 14th. And also some rules on trading draft picks between teams. No one-for-one trade, and some info on the value of draft picks. No trades can involve any players, and no more trades once a team has 17 players on their roster. There will be no draft trades in rounds 5 through 7. Good luck to all the rookies. It's been a pleasure sharing the field with all of you, and I can't wait to see who lands on what teams. The next segment is the current draft order as of June 17th going into the draft. I'm sure there'll be a few trades as teams try to move out of that second round. Round 1, Fort Worth starts us off on Sunday, June 21st. Round 2, Louisiana leads the show on Monday, June 22nd. Rounds 3 and 4 starts off with Atlanta on Tuesday, June 23rd. Round 5 begins the supplemental rounds on Friday, June 26th. Round 6 and 7, the final night of the draft on Saturday, June 27th. Once again, good luck to all the rookies. Let's get these careers started. As always, my last segment is a Twinscrew 2-minute drill. A little on the semifinals. Both games were fantastic to watch. Last show I picked Madison over Boise, and I picked Annapolis over Ottawa. What a game that Annapolis-Ottawa was. Overtime, just how playoffs should be. For the championship game, Ottawa and Madison played each other in Week 7, Madison winning 20-17. For the championship, I'm taking Madison over Ottawa again, 21-17, with Ottawa do like they do, making that big fourth quarter comeback, but it won't be enough to overcome Madison. The Lynx will win the championship. Of course, I might be a little biased, but it is the championship game after all. Some quick draft thoughts. Hopefully you got a chance to watch Access Live with Dave Access last night. We broke down some of the mock drafts and talked a bit on how the draft might go. I have to be honest, I got no idea how this thing's going to turn out, but it's going to be fun. Congrats to our rookie brother Jeff Gagne for being selected as the SFL Director of Digital Content. Congrats, Jeff. And last week I was added to the Epic Esports team and look forward to working with Cam Curtis and creating content to be shared through the league. If you're looking for somewhere to post your content, give Cam a shout so we can get it posted for you on Epic Sports. There's the Twitter handle. That's what I have for this week's episode of the Twinscrew Post. Hopefully you enjoyed. I hope you found it somewhat informative and that you'll come back for my next show. Until then, good luck to Ottawa and Madison in the championship, and good luck to everyone in the draft. We'll see you on the field.